Hi, welcome to the Aortic Kitchen. I am Rob Seltzer, the Aortic Chef.
And I am Mindy Seltzer, the aortic dietitian.
Welcome to this episode of the Aortic Kitchen. It's summertime, so we are going to do some cool summer salads today that we can enjoy without having to really heat up our kitchen. That's great news. And salads can be really healthy. We can make them a meal and enjoy them and enjoy the wonderful produce of summer as well, which is what we're going to do. So we're going to make three different salads tonight. One's kind of, I will call it a salad, but we're going to do a play on a very popular caprese salad, and we're going to up it. We're going to up the nutritional value of that and make it a little more special for us, the aortic patients. We're going to do a broccoli salad with something very interesting, a new ingredient that I have, and it's Tibetan purple barley. Really, really beautiful stuff.
Tastes wonderful.
Yep, has great bite and chew, and it's just a really, really nice barley. And then lastly, we're going to do a ceviche, uh, which will demonstrate another method of cold cooking in the kitchen in the summer. And it's got enough vegetables and things in it that we can call that it's a protein salad, okay? And some garnishes to go along with that. So without further ado, I guess we should get started, right?
I think so.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the ceviche because ceviche, if you're not familiar with it, is really it's originated in Central America, South America, Mexico. Right, that's South America. There are different types. The Mexican style, which is kind of what I'm doing, it's a little bit of a blend, is made with fish, fresh seafood, typically a white ocean fish. I'm using really beautiful grouper tonight that I got. And you can use scallops, you can use snapper, anything really out of the ocean. But I typically use something from the Gulf or from the Pacific. North Atlantic seafood never really worked much, like
It's a
cod.
little bit on the soft side.
Yeah, well, so this is the item that I'm talking about, cold cooking. So let's talk about cooking protein and cooking meat for a quick second. Definition of cooking a meat protein is the denaturization of protein and coagulation. Denaturization is when you start to pull and push the water out of meats. We'll put them all in that meat category. And then coagulation is when they start to set up. And it's kind of involved. If you look at the proteins, they're like little strings. And when you denature them, they're kind of like this. And they relax. Then they look like just little loose strings, okay?
And if you look at the color.
And then once it starts to coagulate, then the strings come back together and they get really tight together. And as they get tighter and tighter, the protein strands, they basically push the water out. So, and the more you cook it, the more tighter they get and the more moisture you lose. That's why a well done steak is dry, because those protein strands have coagulated to the point that they've pushed all the water out from in between. Remember, we're 75% water, so there's a lot of water in there. So they push all that water out and it gets dry. But we can do that without heat, especially with fish. I mean, the curing process you've ever had, Virginia ham or prosciutto or Spanish ham, those are not cooked. They use salt. So you can cook proteins with heat. You can use salt, which then draws the moisture out and basically preserves and cooks the meat. And then also with acids, which is what we're going to do with the ceviche.
I don't think I'd try it with Coca-Cola, but it might work.
Maybe. May not taste real great. Awful sweet. So what I have here is the fish. I have some onions, lovely, nice white onion. Okay, put it all in. And I have a cup and a half of fresh lime juice. Well, this is a blend of lime and lemon because the Mexicans use lime juice. The Peruvians use lemon juice, but then the Peruvian ceviche, which is amazing, they also serve it with different garnishes. It's usually very with ají, chilies. Corn. Yes, they're big Peruvian corn and sweet potato as well. with it. This will have vegetables and such. So doesn't take long. So I'm going to pour the acid on top. I'm going to save a little bit here, I guess. And we're going to mix that. Now, depending on how long you leave it is how much it will cook. 10 to 40 minutes. All right. The grouper will go from basically like a rare sushi state. Right now it's sushi, but it'll go to like a rare cooked state in about 10 minutes. It'll get to about medium in about 15, 20, and then up to 40, it'll be very dry. It will dry out and get chewy. So we don't want to get there. We're going to do the 10 to 15 minutes. So we're going to really try to get it under there. Okay. And we're going to put it to the side, and Mindy's going to
Stir it a little bit
she'll
more.
stir it every once. You got to go back every 5 minutes or so and stir it so that the fish gets coated with the lime juice and it absorbs it. And that acid right now is denaturing the protein, relaxing those strings, and then it's going to start coagulating and bringing it all together. Okay, so that's salad one. Once that's all done, we're going to mix it with all the other vegetables that we need, and it's going to come together very fast. This is really wonderful. Something you can make early. Once this gets to the point that you want it to be done, you drain that off. You don't leave it in the lime juice, and then you can hold it. It's good for a day or two, and it just kind of gets better. Okay, so the next one.
Is sort of like pickling, honey?
Yes, it is a sense of pickling. We're going to keep pickling here. So, because we're going to take some cucumber. The second salad is going to be the purple barley and broccoli salad. So I've got some cucumbers here. And this, again, is just going to take 10 minutes while we do other things. And some red onion. Nothing like pickled red onions. Okay. This was a really big onion. I think that's probably enough.
I think so.
Well,
unless you really like it.
Of course I do.
You love onion.
Yes. Then put a quarter cup of apple cider vinegar on it. This is really good organic apple cider vinegar with the mother in it, all that good stuff, right? It's got the fermentation, so it is a pro
fermentation.
Yes, probiotic, just like kefir.
Of which I made.
Yes. And I put a little bit of, so that was about a quarter cup of vinegar. I'm going to pour a little bit of honey.
This honey is.
This is avocado honey.
Avocado honey. It's not a very common honey.
That's why it's so dark, because it's avocado. Okay. And now we toss. We toss it again. We're going to let this sit and pickle for about 10 minutes. Yeah. Probably better than I'm doing it right now, because I really don't like this new tool that you bought.
Do I like it? So
well,
it works just fine.
That's what they say. Okay. Third. All the stuff behind me. So I'm going to do this thing on a caprese salad, but the thing, caprese is typically tomato, fresh mozzarella, and basil with some olive oil and vinegar, or not. Usually, in Italy, we do the olive oil. The whole balsamic vinegar thing is so overdone in the United States. I'm sorry. It does taste good, but just way, way, way too much of that. But just the tomatoes and cheese, it doesn't bring a lot to the nutritional table. Tomatoes are great for us, lycopene and vitamin C and all sorts of good things. And the cheese has got protein and calcium, all good.
Vitamin D, all those healthy things
right.
our bodies.
But we can add some more to it. So by adding the beans, we're adding our fiber. And
would you like a larger bowl?
I do need a larger bowl. I have one right here.
That works.
Okay. So this one is pretty much put it all together. So now we're not going to do all those beans though.
And beans are?
And these are Jacob's cattle beans. This is a special bean. You can see the different colors. When you look at them in the bag, they look like cattle. They're brown and white with the spots, and they look just like, side of a steer or a cow. When they cook, you lose some of that, but you can see the dark and the light still somewhat. Okay. Here's my cheese. I bought the little Cilantini, which is Italian for cherry. Okay. These are perfect. This is exactly what we want.
Whole package?
Yeah, it's a little bit more than the recipe calls for, but what are we gonna do with it?
Eat it.
Eat it anyway, so yes, exactly. Now, I have the cherry, the required cherry tomatoes. I have some pepper. Okay. And we're gonna here's where the big difference comes. In fact, Mindy, if you want to, you have that basil from your garden.
I do, right here.
Mindy grew some basil just for this tonight.
Absolutely, and I had my strawberry, not strawberries. I get one strawberry at a time.
So she's got some opal basil and some regular green Italian. So here's the purple opal basil. Just take your hands and just tear it up, put some in, put a bunch in. We like it. Okay, now what am I gonna do different? So far we're kind of caprese. We got the beans added here, but for the summer I want to enjoy some summer fruits. And what's better than fresh peaches? So we're gonna
peaches in the summer are amazingly delicious, as well as nutritious.
So I have some fresh peaches diced up here.
And remember, wash the outside of the fruit. Take a paper towel and rub it. Do not peel the fiber and the vitamins because, of course, it's all absorbed into the outside of the skin where the sun shines on it.
Okay, so that's fine. Not quite enough.
Not quite.
All right, so I've got my peaches here. You can see that, I think you can, in the food processor. And I am going to add some white wine vinegar, a couple tablespoons.
That's white wine vinegar. You can't hear them too well.
Yeah, you'll be just fine. I got the spoons right here. Okay.
I'm going to start cutting the basil so I can make it a little bit smaller.
Okay.
And I don't think you want all the basil in there.
So I'm pureeing the peaches with some vinegar, and then I'm going to add some really nice, see the beautiful color of this extra virgin olive oil.
Is that the new oil?
Lovely. Okay, gorgeous. Okay.
Sufficient, or would you like a little more?
Well, looks pretty good to me. We can always add some more. Let's taste this. If I make a nasty face, it means it's a fail. This should be delicious.
Uh-oh.
What?
No nasty face.
No. Here.
You took twice.
Who's eating it?
Us. Oh my God, delicious.
Yum. A little salt, pepper, sugar, nothing. I think this would be pretty good as it is.
Okay. One
Now,
thing
Go
I
ahead.
want to talk about peaches a little bit. It is probably one of the most amazing fruits that we have because it has vitamin C, B, vitamin A, vitamin K, B1, B2, B9, It also has copper, potassium that's good for the heart. It's got selenium, iron, and zinc. It's very good for heart health. The fiber is good for digestive, and the immune system, of course, vitamin C. So in one little piece of fruit, we get a whole lot of nutrients and about 50 calories for an average sized peach. I think most of the peaches we buy in the store are probably going to be closer to 80 calories.
Really?
Yeah.
And we do get those big giant California peaches these days that are
No, when we
way
were,
oversized.
was it in Colorado that we had
Oh,
that
yes. the peaches.
nectarine? That huge nectarine. I had nectar. I was here. Well, we had a peach. Was it here at the market?
Maybe, but the peaches
Oh,
in Colorado. they're
we're
giving away at the
just
farmer's
like-
market.
You take a bite and you just say, "Where's a towel?" Because I can't keep the juice in my mouth.
Mhm.
And then I was here at the other market. I had a apricot as big as a peach.
Okay, so we have our lovely peach dressing. Now you can put this on the side. You can drizzle it around, you know, that's a little something, but we're gonna just put a little bit on first.
And save a little for later.
Yep, and save some for the table, for those that want.
Some people like
Didn't
a
stick it in my
little.
mouth. You know.
Some people like a little bit of dressing. Me. Some people like a lot of dressing. So if you start light, you can always add more. It's really hard to take dressing off if you put too much
Okay,
on.
let's taste. We need to taste and see if it needs to be seasoned. Okay.
Might need a little more vinegar.
Maybe, and a little more pepper. Okay. Maybe pepper that up a little bit. Okay. And I do think a little more vinegar would be nice. So finding good vinegars these days is very difficult. This is a white wine vinegar. This is only, I think it was 5%, which to me is very low. I buy vinegars now that are as high as 7% acidity. And then they have real snap. They're a little more expensive, but you use a lot less because they are so full of flavor. This is pretty weak. So use a little bit more of that. You could mix in a little bit of balsamic if that's what you like. I have balsamic over here.
It does change the color
Yes, and the flavor completely. Balsamic,
completely. It tastes like
overpowers.
balsamic instead of each item individually.
right. So I think that'll probably take us there. Just a little cheese. I don't need the whole thing. Cheese and bean. Okay, just bean. Just bean. A little bit brighter. Nope. Okay. So there's one. We're gonna let that sit and marinate.
One
These
thing about
beans-
these is you can do this earlier in the day, so when it's cooler.
Let it sit. The longer this one marinates, the better it gets. Okay. So we're just gonna put this to the side. Let's say, these beans, Jacob's cattle, are amazing. They cook very. I mean, they're soft and tender, but they still hold their shape and they have a nice body, which is great. So they're a really, really nice bean. Great for this purpose. Great for soups and chilies and so on. I'm really into buying these new heirloom beans. I'm getting these are from, well, they're from Native American farms around the country where they're growing heirloom beans and lentils and grains on the reservations in order for, obviously, for income. So I try to support that as much as possible, and they're great. Okay.
So let me show them a piece of the fish.
Yes.
Starting.
See how it's turning, it's getting opaque because it is coagulating. Okay.
Use a little
Almost
bit.
there. Now, my third salad, wherever it went, I lost it. Okay, now I need my other bowl. Okay, or I can get the big bowl and mix it in. Might be a good idea.
That might be. And what did you do with the broccoli?
Huh? It's right here. I
Slide.
have everything, yes. So this is a broccoli, and this is barley. This is purple barley, Tibetan purple barley. The grain, the seed actually was started in Tibet, in the Himalayas. It is now, this is grown, I think, in California, of course. It's really beautiful purple in the package. It's lost a little bit of that, but you can see how the grain really holds the shape of the grain is really nice. And this is well cooked. It's very, very tender. So, but it's really held itself together. So this is a broccoli salad, but I wanted to add the barley. I love barley many ways.
And of course, when you add the barley, it makes a complete.
This was a half cup
balanced diet
of barley, raw, that I cooked. It took about 50 minutes on the stove. Now, when I cook my grains and my beans, by the way, I do not just cook them plain. So the beans I did in the Instant Pot, but I add a bay leaf, I add carrot, I add an onion, I add celery, and a little bit of parsley and thyme to season and flavor. Same with this. You put some vegetables in the water to give it more flavor. So here comes the real hard part, the broccoli part. Summer, we don't want to work, so we buy broccoli slaw. Okay, lovely.
when you do work. You don't get your
Oh no, I don't have any strength.
Here, I have a pair of scissors.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So, in with the broccoli slaw. Okay, I only think we need about half of that bag. Now, this one, we have some diced red peppers for color and for vitamin C. We have some cherries, some fresh Michigan cherries. Good fruit for the summer.
It's telling me in Washington.
Oh, well, I didn't buy them, you did. So it's cherry season in Michigan. I have some green onion.
And did you know, if you ever buy cherry pie filling, that was all produced in Upper Michigan, because Michigan usually produces a tart cherry versus the sweet cherries, like a ding cherry.
Okay, I lost. Oh, over there. Here, pick up.
Ah.
And
So if you
for
like.
some more crunch, I mean, this is gonna be a pretty crunchy salad, okay?
Mhm.
And
Just like when you do with regular cabbage, it's everything that you notice we're saying, it has to sit a while. So prepare it early and relax. Have a glass of wine.
Right.
Have whatever you'd like. Enjoy if you have a pool, sit by the pool, and when your company is there,
okay, so I'm gonna
it's
add
all
it.
done.
Now I'm gonna take this pickle now and make it a dressing. There we go. Some extra virgin olive oil and some walnut oil. Okay.
Very little walnut oil. It has a very, very strong flavor.
Well, not like depends on which olive oil you're putting it up against.
Yeah. But also, if you buy walnut oil, it is very important to make sure you keep it in the refrigerator.
Once you open it.
Once it's open.
It will.
Go rancid.
Yes. Okay, so here we are with this. And I also have some nice toasted walnuts. Okay. That's why I went with the walnut oil.
Oh, so smart. What if you had pecan oil?
Mm-hmm. Or hazelnuts.
What was the other oil they had? They had pecan.
Yeah, sesame.
Sesame. Sesame, well, all nuts are allergy, but it's
So,
amazing how much sesame is hidden in tons and tons of food nowadays. How about putting the vegetables in first?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to hold back on all that oil and vinegar. Yes. So we don't overdress the salad. Okay. Toss away.
I think you can put one more spoonful.
Oh, I definitely think I can. at least.
No, it's already pretty wet here.
No, I won't say that.
You
Yes,
have a one-track mind,
I sure do.
and it's not always the kitchen. I'm gonna leave it at that. If you see, it's nice and shiny. You don't want to get too much in there, because as you do, same thing as you do with cabbage, it's gonna soften up a little bit with the vinegars in it.
Yes. So this one you can toss, 10 minutes or so before you want to serve it. So the broccoli does have time to absorb, and the beans or the barley should be delicious, right?
Yeah,
Okay. I think
might
our
need a little
fish
more vinegar.
is definitely.
Well, can you show them again? We can swap.
You want more vinegar? It's in the closet.
It's right
Oh,
there.
there's the dressing. Yes, on the table.
Mhm.
Okay, so yes, this fish is nice. You can see how it's gotten opaque. Okay. And that shows you that it has actually the proteins are coagulated. Yum. Okay. So now I'm going to drain off
I think got a lot of vinegar in there too.
this lime juice.
Okay, it's got a lot of acid in there.
What does? The fish?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's soaking in pure acid. We're going to take the bigger bowl.
Definitely.
What did I just do it? Oh, you used it. Oh, well.
Where's the clear one? The large clear
It's
one?
in the closet in the other room.
I will be back.
Because you have the other one with the other salad in it. So I have the fish. There you go. Okay. Bigger bowl.
We used to have a bowl in the stainless that was twice the size as this one. But we decided we didn't need it.
When we downsize our utensils too. So here's our fish. I have diced avocado.
And what does that provide you with?
Good healthy fats,
That's right.
which I put a little bit of that lime juice on earlier when I cut it so they didn't turn brown. Okay,
We
I have
were in the
diced
store the
tomato.
other day. We even found frozen diced avocado.
Yes.
If you really want to be,
I hear it's only good for smoothies. It's not really good for even out of the package.
but if you're using it right away, that would.
Okay, and a little surprise ingredient, I have some jicama. Some
And
diced jicama.
jicama is, you must peel them. It's
And not with
known-
and here's the thing, not with a vegetable peeler.
You gotta use.
You want to
knife.
use a paring knife and you get about 1/8 of an inch deep into the jicama to get that skin off. Don't just use a peeler or it's not going to be right. Okay.
Jicama is also known as Mexican potato.
And it tastes kind of like an apple potato to
Yeah,
me.
it's got a lot of fiber, again, a lot of vitamin C. And if you have some cooked food in Mexico, they would maybe roast the jicama in a stew or even a fish stew.
Chilies. These are serrano chili from our garden again.
They're
And-
hot.
And some, and one of our banana peppers, which aren't so hot. Yeah, I did not tear up any cilantro. Really put cilantro here. There's some in the fridge
If you'd like
if
to.
you'd like to
Find
garnish it. It's right there on the front when you open the door.
If you say so.
It's in the bag, right there. All the other stuff. See if I got everything here. Yep. And we want to do some more of this, once again, extra virgin olive oil. To help carry the flavors. Don't need too much.
Don't have a pair of kitchen shears.
Just here.
It's a very smart thing to have in the kitchen.
Okay.
And the difference between a kitchen shear and the regular is you can take them apart to wash them.
Okay. And now, once again, one seasoning,
How much?
some cracked pepper.
Enough?
Yeah, sure. You can just use it as a garnish on the bowl.
Okay. And no matter where you buy your produce, even if you take it from your own garden, don't forget to rinse it.
What, you think there's bugs in the dirt?
I know there's bugs in mine.
Oh,
They
goodness.
keep opening the door and they keep flying into the house.
So this is pretty much,
Into my lady bugs.
now, if it's, you want a little bit more moist or a little more acidic, you can take a little bit, see it's pretty dry. So you can take a little bit of that lime juice that you saved and put a little bit back on.
Oh, correct, you did use the lime vinegar in the slaw. correct?
In what?
The slaw.
No, the sauce is cider vinegar.
Why is our oven warm here?
Because I need to do one more thing and I'm just about done. So
Okay.
Mindy's gonna plate these up for us. So they all look beautiful, right?
I can.
Okay,
Maybe not.
okay, right behind me. You're gonna do that. So this goes over here with this. Oh. Make a little bit more room here for her. Now, I just want to do a little garnish to go with this. This takes 4 minutes. So
So I think I'm changing my.
buy those Parmesan crackers in the store. I know they have them at Costco and they have them in the grocery stores. Just, they're really one ingredient. They're Parmigiano. Now, really simple to make. All you do is take some Parmigiano and you really, the real Parmigiano Reggiano from Italy works so much better rather than the domestic stuff. Just make a little pile. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be good. Just make nice little piles. Don't have to spread it out, it's going to melt. And then all you got to do is pop it in a little nice hot 400-degree oven for 4 to 5 minutes. That, and comes out, and you have Parmesan chips. Why spend the money at the store? Control it yourself, make what you want when you need them, and they're really, really good. Whether you put them in soup, as a cracker with salads, they're really excellent if you have a nice, soup that likes the cheese. You can either break them up at the table, take them and just break them into the soup or float them on top. Used to do a bisque that we floated the Parmesan crackers, let's say. It was a lobster bisque with pieces of lobster, and then another cracker, and then an avocado puree, and then more cracker, and it was a really nice little tower, which you put in the center of the bowl. It was very, very pretty, very good. And it melts into the soup, which is a great way to serve it. So now, while we're waiting, Mindy is plating up here. Here she goes. Okay. Have enough of that dressing?
I don't.
Okay, I won't pour it out. So while Mindy does that, let me do the advertising portion of our show. So this is the Aortic Kitchen, and we are here on behalf of Aortic Hope, a 501c3 organization that mission is to support survivors and caregivers of aortic disease, aortic aneurysms and dissections, which I myself have an aortic dissection, and also to help to educate the medical professionals as well around the country and around the world. We are an international organization. We have members from all over the world that are with us. You are watching this on YouTube. Please be sure to hit the like button, and there should be also a place for you to make a donation to Aortic Hope. We are, again, 501c3. We are all volunteers. Nobody is paid. And so all of our expenses are covered by donations from wonderful people like you. So if you
Speaking
can,
of
we
you
appreciate
people,
that.
would you ask who's watching?
We will get there, yes. So, all right, so as Mrs. Mindy said, Josh may let us know who is here today.
Well, let's say hi to Melissa, Molly, Christina, and Tom.
Hi, guys. Been so long since I talked to you.
Christina says, I like the way you make Parmesan crackers.
Great. You can do it too. So simple. But again, really, you want to use that real cheese. Okay. Yep, I think we're about there. Help yourself.
I'm going to.
Another second.
Okay.
One
Would you
more
like
minute.
me to arrange the food?
There you go.
And this is pretty funny. My girlfriend brought me a crab plate, but I don't eat crab because I'm allergic to it. So we find other uses for it. Sit over here.
Yes, I am.
Are we missing something?
The crackers.
Ah. You're welcome.
So you see, they're already done. It only took a whole,
2 minutes?
4 minutes. They need to cool. And once they cool, they will set up. And
If
we
you
can
notice,
just-
they're still cooking.
very bubbly, very, very bubbly. I'm gonna take them off this hot pan. Put the hot pan in the back. And we'll just wait at them. Any questions? Anything else from anybody?
Just
Any
hellos.
questions from anybody?
Just hellos so far.
Okay.
And if you want to make these, the Parmesan crisps, easier, you can just buy the jars or containers of the shredded. Because that nice thick shred that they use for that actually makes a nicer weave as it melts, and they hold together real nice. So that works too. But do try to get the real imported, not just imported, because there's a lot of this, the Parmesan with an S comes from South America. So that's still imported, but you want the real Italian Parmigiano Reggiano, the real stuff from the cows that are raised in Emilia, and they're then aged, the wheels and the cheese are weighed, aged in the caves, and it's the
Tongue
real
twisting
thing.
here?
Yes, a little bit of a tongue twister. So, so I'm gonna put some here. We'll put them with the caprese salad. Very nice.
Okay. Take a picture? Guess I could.
See, they just slip right off because there's a lot of fat in the Parmesan. So it does release real easily, real well. And they just get nice and crisp. Beautiful.
Do you have a fork over there?
I have the 2 spoons.
Slotted, more good.
Okay.
Okay,
What would you like that for? Here?
slotted there.
Oh, okay. So, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed our program. This
Before
was,
you leave, we're gonna taste it.
oh, okay, we're going to eat it. Do we have to?
I said taste.
Oh, okay, but yes, all right, you want to do the tasting. All right, but I do appreciate everybody coming and joining us tonight. Always a pleasure to have you. So Minnie's going to try that. I'm going to try a little bit of the ceviche. Okay.
like.
Needs to sit a little bit.
Mhm.
Got those serranos in it.
I don't know who's gonna eat it.
Me,
Har.
me and Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Nice, delightful, light. Okay, I'll behave. It's really very difficult.
I don't know.
That's the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So I'll post all the recipes tomorrow and go back and make a couple of little adjustments. Remember, recipes are just a guide. They're not set in stone because
I would not put that much serrano in my fish.
that was one serrano chili for that whole bowl.
I know, but I made hot chilies.
Yeah. So anyways, you never know how hot the chilies are, how sweet the peaches are, those things. So you have to adjust and make changes on your own. Okay. But all of this, notice, what's my premise? Maximum flavor, minimum salt. No added salt at all today. So as normal. And everything tastes really, really wonderful because we use those flavor enhancers such as acid and fresh herbs. The two biggies to bring out flavor. Okay. Anything else now?
What to eat?
Okay. So with that, I want to thank you for joining us in the Aortic Kitchen. Once again, we will be back the first Thursday in August. And the topic will be announced shortly. Thank you very much. And
We'll
good night.
see you next time.